Hello, I'm Seth Smith, and welcome to Luminaries, a web series dedicated to sharing inspirational interviews with inspirational people. In today's episode, I interview my friend, Bekah Pence. Now, Bekah Pence was the recent winner of the 2015 Miss Virginia Pageant, and she's just an all-around good person. Here's the interview. What inspired you to apply for the Miss Virginia pageant?
My mother had been in pageants when she was closer to my age. She was a little bit younger. So as I grew up, I had always wanted to try to be in a pageant, but it just never worked out for some reason or another. But when I got home from my mission, I actually was planning on moving out west. And when those plans didn't work out, I decided to just look for work here at home in Virginia. And I kept coming across this pageant from the Miss United States organization, and it was blatantly obvious that I just felt overwhelmingly that I needed to check out the opportunity. And it wasn't so much that I wanted to do it. Like, yes, I wanted to be a part of the pageant. It would be a good opportunity. And it was exciting, but I honestly felt like this was something that Heavenly Father wanted me to be a part of. And I think the overarching reason was because I feel like that I could make a difference, and I want to make a difference. I actually love to perform, and I've done musical seminars in the past, and I would like to continue doing that. And I felt like I could make a big difference by being in this pageant, especially since youth are so involved. And I've already begun to see that being a part of this pageant, after I won the title of Miss Virginia United States, people have contacted me talking about trying to talk to youth congregations and how to inspire them to keep their standards. So I just feel like it's all part of this plan, and it's exciting because this is something that I've always wanted to do.
Wow. Tell me some of the experiences that you had. You mentioned that there were a number of experiences that you had that were really inspirational to you. Could you share some of those?
Just this process of even applying for the pageant was, I had to make this an extreme matter of prayer, because it wasn't my plan to stay here in Virginia, even though it's my home. And I know that being a part of this pageant, it was exciting, but I wanted so badly to just make sure that this is something that I didn't want to just do. I didn't want to just do it for the title. I wanted to do a lot of good. And so just as I prayed about it and seriously considered the opportunity, I actually had multiple spiritual experiences where I felt led. I literally felt that this was something that Heavenly Father wanted me to do. And then during the pageant, I just knew that there were people that I needed to meet, and there was a greater good that I was going to be a part of, and that's why I chose to go ahead and be a part of the pageant. Like, I met amazing young women that just the little conversations, maybe backstage, or I was able to give a Book of Mormon to one of my good girlfriends that I met at the pageant. She's amazing. And I just feel like there's just these amazing opportunities that Heavenly Father's placed in my path just because I chose to take the opportunity to be in this pageant. And I'm just really, really grateful.
So, talk to me about your beliefs. How has your faith influenced your life?
So I'm Mormon, and being Mormon, we're a Latter-day Saint. I absolutely, I know that my faith has influenced my decision making, and ultimately it makes me happy. I know that just living principles that are right and good, they can help anyone be happy. And so I know that my faith in my Heavenly Father and in Jesus Christ help me to be happy.
Yeah. how do you define modesty, especially within the context of your beliefs and being inside of a beauty pageant?
It's not just how you carry yourself or how you appear, it's modesty in your actions. Modesty to me is just any level of respect, an added level, I would say, of respect that we choose to show. That is a great show of modesty.
Have you had any criticism, and how have you responded to some of that criticism?
There's always criticism. I've even seen some comments, but I don't look for it. And honestly, it doesn't matter. I know that there's always going to be people who will have differing opinions, who don't agree with my standards, or who might say that it's not me making those decisions, and it doesn't bother me, honestly. Like I just know that this is a decision that I want to make, and I enjoy it. And it's okay if people differ in their opinions. And I would just say it's okay. And honestly, that's part of the process. It's been fun. Just like, okay, that person doesn't agree with what I'm doing. Great. At least I can, share what I want to share, and I have my opinion as well. So it honestly hasn't been bad at all.
Well, going forward, what do you want your mission in life to be? I know you have the pageant, coming down the line here in a bit, but apart from pageantry, what do you want to do?
I kind of have a little, just this phrase. I call it "put on your wings," and it's something that's really important to me because, like, when you put on your wings, you give yourself power to move or to act. And I think that we all have this great capacity for good, and I want to inspire the youth to put on their wings because that's something that I've learned and I'm still coming to learn to do. And if I can help youth realize their personal potential, then I feel like I've done very good.
Along those lines, what would you say to someone, perhaps a youth who is struggling to move forward in life?
First of all, I would probably just grab them and hug them and tell them how much their Heavenly Father loves them, and tell them that I love them, and honestly, I would ask them why they would feel that way. Because I think sometimes, I think there's a lot of reason to feel the way that youth feel nowadays, but I want them to know that those things that they think and feel, they're not true. Those negative feelings that they have aren't true. So I would just ask them why they feel that way, and then I would just tell them that they have a Heavenly Father that loves them, and that they have a great capacity to bless the lives of others. And I think just hearing that, it enables people, it helps them feel that they are needed. And I know that as individuals, we need to feel needed. And if we can feel that we can inspire someone else, it helps us to, I think, rise to that standard. And so I would just tell them that they're loved, honestly, and that they're beautiful and capable. And I know that there's great power in helping them see the positive, because when we focus on the positive, we turn to believe it. And so, yeah, I just love the guts out of them and tell them that